Welcome back to another work party. Doesn't that feel good to say? Yes, we're back on the Manchester Bolton Canal, and I've actually filmed the last two work parties, but not properly, so let's do this again properly. So, yes, we're back on the Manchester Bolton Canal. It's been a long time since I've done one of these, and there's a lot of new viewers, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly give an overview of what these are and what we do. So, the Manchester Bolton Canal is a disused canal in the north of England. It's about 15 miles long, shaped like a Y, and is currently under restoration. It's been abandoned since 1936, although it was officially abandoned in the 60s, and some parts of it have been derelict since the 20s. The Manchester Bolton Canal Society, of which I'm a member, is the society dedicated to restoring and reopening this canal to barges. Now, if you're not a British person, you might not know, but the entirety of the UK is crisscrossed by a network of canals that were built before the railways for narrowboats, and these have been under restoration since the 1960s. A large portion of the network is still under restoration, and this is one of the canals. It's one of the most northern of the canals under restoration in England as well. Now, over the past couple of years, I have been filming the work parties that we've been doing. From the smaller work parties we've been clearing up the overgrowth, to the larger work parties such as the Big Digs, where we actually excavated large sections of the brilliantly named Knob End Locks. And because of COVID, we unfortunately had to take a break from doing work on the canal, and now we're back. So, without further ado, what are we doing today? Well, today, the simple plan is we're going to be working on the overflow at the Bolton arm, what we call the old sluice. You see, there is a sluice right there that connects the Bolton arm, which is at the top here, all the way down to the bottom canal, which is the Salford arm. This actual sluice is constantly letting water into the river, and we want this water to go down an old sluice into the bottom canal, which struggles with its water. And that's what we're going to be excavating today, if the planes would stop. Fine. Also, our volunteers have been very busy clearing out the workshops, which were fairly overgrown due to COVID, and it's an awful lot better already. So, let's get down to the old sluice and start digging, shall we? This here is a section of the old sluice that's already been cleared. As you can see, stone walls, concrete floor, but actually further up it's a clay floor, which is a bit strange. Anyway, what we're going to do is dig up that way towards where the sluice actually is, and see if we can get this section cleared today. That's our main goal. It's only been out of use for 100 years, how bad can it be? Okay, so we're coming to the end of the day now. I've just walked down here because I'm actually stood in the old sluice. Well, the old overflow. I keep calling it the old sluice, but really it's an overflow. The sluice is just the top bit. It looks like a well-trodden path here in the undergrowth, and that's just because it's been filled in with years and years of leaf growth, rotten wood and stones. We want to get this working again, excavated, have water flowing down here. That's the project. That's why we're digging out there. We're probably going to need a mini digger to get all this little stuff out here, but the plan is that we want to get all that water that's flowing out the Bolton arm into the bottom arm, and that's going to be the focus of our efforts for a little while. But you really can't tell where it is, which is going to be part of the challenge. It's clay lined, but it's got about this much topsoil along the entire length, so it's going to be a fair old job to get it completely excavated and ready for being used again. Yeah. But yeah, we've done quite a lot today. might be a bit of a short video, but we're trying to get into the swing of things. So, speaking of getting into the swing of things, if you live in the area, we really are in need of volunteers. COVID obviously meant that we hadn't been able to do any work parties in a while, and we really need some more volunteers. We've got some regulars who come down, but to get stuff like this done and to get bigger projects like the Big Dig, we need way more volunteers. And so if you're interested, feel free to get in touch. You don't have to pay anything, you don't have to be a member of the society. You can just turn up and grab a shovel and get to work, which is what we love. So more details will be on the website, and I'm sure I'm going to cut away to explain things more eloquently. So anyway, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll talk more about the plans on the canal.